day, I decided to go to a yard sale in this weird, creepy neighborhood, and there was this one random creepy old guy who was standing at this table full of video games. I like video games, so I walked over, and I saw he had a copy of the video game For Honor on the PlayStation 4. I like For Honor, and I like the PlayStation 4, so I asked him how much he wanted for it. He said it was free. I was very skeptical of why he was giving away a game for free, but he kept insisting that I take it from him, and said something under his breath as he walked away. It almost sounded like he said, "LAWBRINGER." I didn't know what the fuck that meant, so I just went back home. When I put the disc in my PlayStation 4, I was surprised to see that the disc already had an account on it. Apparently, the other dude who owned the copy was an epic Crusader Deus Vault Knight with a Crusader emblem, and his name was Crusader Knight 227567821. But when I booted up to the main menu, I was met with a scary visual that deeply disturbed me. The main map of the faction war was covered in blood. It was sort of like that one weird event with all the frogs and stuff, but the blood was everywhere. And instead of frogs, there were dead bodies. I also noticed that this guy's overall rep was 669.
Nice.
Go outside and touch grass, loser. When I went over to the character menu to analyze this guy's drip, I was surprised to see that all of this guy's reps, he had 666 on Lawbringer alone. The other 3 were on Centurion, which was cool because Incredibilis. He didn't have any other reps on any other heroes, which was weird, and the icons of the heroes were all bloody and decayed, like they were dead, or something. I didn't think anything of it, and I kept playing. I took a look at the guy's Lawbringer fashion, and it was totally tubular, bro. It was all like dark and demonic and stuff. It was black with red highlights and covered in blood. He had these big demon horns growing out of his head, and his axe was all demonic and bloody. What was weird was that it didn't look like any kind of elite skin. Lawbringer's skin hadn't been unveiled yet. I decided to play a duel match, and I was in the queue for like 2 minutes. Then, when it loaded in, I decided to play Scent, and I saw that my opponent picked Lawbringer. But then, I noticed that the guy's name was Doombringer. This guy certainly meant business. But then, the match loaded, and I saw that this guy had the exact same demonic Lawbringer loadout from the customization menu. I was unsure how to approach him. He just kept staring at me as I was locked on, like he was waiting for me. I decided to throw a light attack, but he instantly parried it and did his punish, and I instantly died. Then he edge-walked away from me. What the fuck? I thought. The next round, I decided to try and open him up with my epic Spartan kick. But when I inputted the move, he parried it. He parried my boot to his face and instantly punished and killed me. And then his bloody face flashed onto my screen with blood pouring out of his helmet, and I heard him say, "Ad mortem in mecus." Except he said it in a demonic voice, so it was more like, "Ad mortem in mecus." I farted. And I also shitted. I didn't think anything of it, and I kept playing. For the final round, something unthinkable happened. The Doombringer held his poleaxe like how the Orochi holds his katana sword, and he storm rushed me 1,000,000,000 times. I could not react to his spam, and I died. And then the the Doombringer's bloody face appeared on the screen, and he said, "No superstars," in a demonic voice. I was like, what the fuck? So I decided to play a Dominion match, and I was in the queue for a minute, and then I loaded into the match. Except, it was a match in progress. What was even more stupider was that I was the only person on my team. All of the other slots were empty. And then, I saw an absolute doo-doo fart diarrhea shock. That the other team was made up entirely of Doombringers. I didn't think anything of it, and I kept playing. Also, the map was forged, by the way. Anyways, I ran onto the C point, and all of the Doombringers were there waiting for me. And they all had a different moveset, so it was like Mega AIDS. One of them had Pirate, one of them had Conqueror, one of them had Kyoshin, and one of them had Meijei. It was Mega Super Duper Ultra Omega Cursed, and I really hated it. And then they all ganged up on me and ganked the fucking shit out of me. Until one of the Doombringers impaling charged me, and it played the bass-boosted Thomas the Tank Engine theme, and it was so fucking funny that I literally shit my pants and died.